ROSYCLOZY is considered to be one of the most popular GachaTubers with a subscriber count of more than 1.5 million subscribers. She is known for her creative mini-movies and series like Boy with Bad Luck, Girl with Good Luck, My Drawing Came to Life, and of course, the hit gacha series, The Music Freaks. Her stories have inspired thousands of people to come up with their own stories, voice-acted, animated, or even both. Having a huge audience, some of us may be curious on what it's like to be in her shoes. How does she come up with the ideas of her stories? How does she deal with the people who try to fault find and criticize her work? And has the experience of being an icon to people been a positive one? Or is it not what it seems? Hello, Rosie!
Hello!
How are you?
I'm good.
I can feel you're a little bit nervous there.
Oh, I am. I'm not used to doing this.
It's fine. There's really nothing to be worried about, though. This is just going to be a simple interview about your content and such. Anyway, are you ready for this interview?
I think so. I feel like I'm in an exam. Oh my gosh. I've got my teacher on
There's
me.
really nothing to worry about here,
I haven't done a pop quiz in a while. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let's start. You're currently known as one of the biggest GachaTubers in this entire community. How does it feel to being able to inspire thousands of people when it comes to your content?
I never thought that I would get the amount of following and attention I've got. It makes me happy because I like to think that I can be a good inspiration for people who want to make silly gacha videos like me. Other than that, it's honestly something that hasn't really synced in for me. Like, I don't think of myself as anything big. I'm just a regular person who just makes silly videos. If people get inspired by me, like, that's great. But at the end of the day, I just kind of want people to just, watch my video, enjoy it. And
having that in mind, though, has the situation you're in affected you in any sort of way? Like, were you thinking about the possible hate that you're about to face or some criticism when it comes to your work? Or has the experience been totally the opposite? Like, has it been low-key and pretty cool and chill?
When I think of YouTube hate, often I think of like hate comments or people trying to like get you cancelled. I mean, that's happened, but this is how I feel also just about my audience and the gacha community in general, is that everyone is so sweet. Everyone is so uplifting. So often that's very, very drowned out.
Yeah.
Like, I get people coming after me. I've always got people saying that's ridiculous or something.
Right. I mean, when it comes to any creator, I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be some audience that are not gonna like you and your content.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that nothing gets to me. I don't think any YouTuber has never had something that's gotten them down.
That's very true.
If it's criticism about what I've made, that can get to me because I care about what I make. I'm quite a people pleaser, I think, so I like to try and make everyone happy. And I think when you've got so many people watching, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't.
Sometimes it can get to you, but that's gonna help you grow or maybe deal with it better as you go. You do get used to it eventually and you can take it in stride,
yes,
hopefully.
Definitely.
I'm still working on that personally. But
I'm pretty sure most creators are also working on that. But I like how you say that, since we gotta know that people have different opinions and we just really gotta respect them.
right.
Okay, let me know if you're not comfortable with answering this question, alright? You revealed your face and...
Oh. No, don't remind
I'm so sorry!
I'm right behind you like we're racing, like a chase scene.
Okay, back to what I was saying. I hope you're gonna put a disclaimer there, Siege. But again, you revealed your face. Did you expect the amount of attention that it got?
Absolutely not. If I wanted any video to flop on my channel, that's the video I wanted to flop.
You wanted that to flop?
Because I know people asked and I think people are so curious what's behind the channel, like the face.
Yes, definitely.
And being a GachaTuber, like most animators, people who make our content, usually are behind a little gacha chibi avatar.
Picture of your OC.
So they're always like, what do you look like? And it was the most nerve-wracking nerve-wracking thing I've ever done.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm in your position, I would obviously freak out, especially knowing the fact that a lot of people are gonna see you.
Yeah. And the thing is, I only spent maybe like 2 days on that video. I wish I put in so much more effort.
Aw, dang.
If I knew, I would have. But, you know, it is what it is. At least people got what they wanted, right?
Yeah, at least they got to see who's behind the channel. Now that you revealed your face, was there ever a time that you got recognized in public and met some fans?
No, but there's probably a reason for that, is that I just don't go outside.
Oh, God.
Honestly, I think that sounds like a nightmare for me. Not because they're fans. Obviously, that's like a really amazing experience or whatever. But because of just like how anxious I am and awkward I am. If I ever went out in public and if that happened, I think I would be more awkward than the person meeting me. I just wouldn't want it to happen anyway.
All right, let's just not get into that then. Let's not get into that. When and how exactly did you find out about this community? Did somebody specifically recommended it to you, or did you just stumble upon it through recommendations on YouTube or Instagram or any other platform? Because we all know that even though this community is really big, most people still don't really know that it actually existed. It's kind of behind the shadows, if that makes sense.
It was just a simple YouTube search. I usually hate telling the story, but... No, I can talk about it.
Oh, okay, sure. If you're comfortable with
cringe.
it. I'm pretty sure when most of us are going to enter the community, it's definitely going to be a cringe story. So nothing to worry about.
All right, you can tell me how cringe this is.
Okay, bring it on.
So I was so bored during my final year of university and I was procrastinating because I did not want to do my dissertation. It was probably the worst period of my life because it was just so stressful. Like school in general is just, you know what it's like.
Definitely.
I remember just going on a Harry Potter spree because I wanted to make fan works.
Right.
And I found
the Drarry series.
Oh no! Yeah, so if you know, I did make a Drarry series because I was searching up Harry Potter stuff on YouTube and I saw somebody make this little Drarry video with Gacha and I had no idea what I was watching, but I was like, what is this? So I saw they were using this app and I was like, that's so cute. Like, I want to use that. And it was an easy way to me to make my little fan story that I wanted to. So I just did it. And then my video got views and that was really weird because I was like, who the hell is watching this weird Drarry thing I made for fun? Like,
you just never really expected it.
No, because I had no idea it was this big thing until I got 1,000 subscribers after 2 weeks, and I thought this is coming from somewhere. Like, where the hell is this
How
coming
is this even
from?
happening?
Then I kind of clicked on channels and I searched in Gacha and I realized, this is the thing. Like, this is
an actual
community. Yeah. And it's like what you said, like, even though it's pretty big, a lot of people outside of the community have no idea what it is.
They would just see one video in their recommendations that is Gacha. And out of curiosity, you clicked on the video. And if you like the video, you're just going to be like, let's join the community for fun.
Yeah.
I want you to show me how to get to know.
What was the first ever viral video that you got? And was pretty much one of the reasons why you got the spike of your growth?
That would definitely be my Drawing Came to Life mini-movie.
Ah, the classic.
Yes. That's basically what kickstarted my YouTube career and what made me do YouTube as a job because I didn't think that it was possible. Like what I said earlier about discovering the community, when I discovered it, I saw people making original mini movies and I thought like, oh, that sounds so cool and I'd love to do something like that. So I had just graduated at that point. I was still at home with my mum and dad. I just spent a week in my room just on my phone, just making this story about a girl and her drawing a guy. And I think that maybe took a week to get 1 million or something like that. And that really took me by surprise and made me realize, like, wow, I really underestimated this community because why on earth are they giving this views? But...
I mean, looking back at the mini movies and series that were in the community, it's just a bunch of hybrid princess, alpha bad boys, and something like that, you know? But it was a really, really great movie, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people enjoyed it as well, and you really deserve
thanks.
it.
I wouldn't say it was that original, but...
I mean, it was something else.
I tried my best. Yeah.
Follow up for that. What was the first thing you ever thought right after that video got viral? Did the motivation and spark came into you right after you realized that you had this amount of views?
I had so many mixed emotions because when it got that amount of attention and my sub count went from maybe 30k to 100k.
Dang, that's a big spike.
That was probably one of the biggest before the Music Freak spike. It really motivated me because that was a period of my life I had no idea what I was going to do. Everyone after uni kind of struggles what they want to go into, and that definitely gave me the push, like, I want to be a YouTuber, like that's what I want to do, and it kind of was my motivation and evidence that this could work. I guess that's what went through my mind, as well as, why the hell are people subscribing to me?
I'm pretty sure that whenever a creator starts to get big, I'm sure that they would not expect the amount of views that they're gonna get in that video. Like, for example, me, in my Bamboleo meme, had 3 million views, and it got my sub count to 97k to 123k, and I was like, what?
Damn.
Excuse me, how did this happen?
This community is insane like that.
I
don't
agree.
understand it, but, you know, I'm grateful.
Yeah, thank you, Gacha community, we love you.
Yes.
You mentioned in a podcast with Rival and Arc North, I think that video got privated now, but you mentioned that you started story writing even if before you knew Gacha. What made you got into story writing in the first place?
It would be fan fiction. Sorry. I can't help but laugh because I'm just cringing at myself.
It's fine, Rosie. No, it's not cringe. It's fine.
So the only other experience I had with writing, at least for leisure, like aside from school projects and stuff, it would be fan fiction. I've always been big in my fandoms, like One Piece or Naruto or Harry Potter, obviously.
Yeah.
And I had written things before. It was dog poop.
Oh, gosh.
So yeah, I wanted to write a dry fanfic, and then that's why when I found Gacha, I thought, oh, I would actually like to do this because I've always loved YouTube. I've been obsessed with YouTube since I was a kid, and I love watching like animatics on there or like other like story-driven videos.
Yes.
But in terms of writing experience, it was very little, and I only ever did it just to make my ships come true, or you know. Yeah.
Do you even plan to share those stories that you've written before?
Maybe. Wait, I feel like you know something I don't. I feel like you're in my mind right now and you know of something I know.
Maybe yes, maybe no, who knows?
From a young age, I've always like imagined my own little stories, and there are definitely stories that I've stored up that I haven't made into anything yet, but that's something that I might be working on.
Ooh.
Basically.
We would like to see that one day.
Nothing left, so hold.
Alright, since you are a story creator and you've inspired a lot of people, myself included, to make their own stories, do you perhaps have any advice to people who want to start their very own mini-movie or series? I think I should take down notes on this one because I need to learn from you.
I mean, I could say a lot of things because I've been making my series for the past 2 years and it's come with a lot of tribulations. I know a lot of people who want to make a series and watch Gacha are usually a bit younger.
Yes,
and
usually.
I think that sometimes they might look to a series like mine and think that that's what they have to reach up to in terms of maybe editing quality-wise or...
Yeah, and up to the standard, basically.
Yeah, obviously I put a lot of work into it, but not everybody has the amount of time resources that I do.
Yeah.
And I think if you want to make a series, don't think that you have to produce something that's going to be Netflix worthy. Because even the Music Freaks isn't Netflix worthy. I know people say it, but it's not, guys. Trust me.
Oh gosh. But I do agree with what you said, because smaller creators tend to compare themselves to bigger creators in terms
Definitely.
of quality, editing style, and any factor that would affect their channel. But I think that would
Right.
really put them down.
100%. But the thing is, you've got to remember that you have limitations and you can still have fun. And that's another advice. Have fun with it. Don't make it into something that's going to burn you out, stress you out. Because it's not worth it.
Yeah,
otherwise.
it isn't. I think the main objective that a person should do when it comes to content is to just have fun and go with
Yeah.
whatever you want to do, because that's the main thing. You have to be happy with what you're doing.
Right.
Eventually, there's gonna be a time for you where you're gonna stand out from the crowd, and you just really have to wait for it, or just build your own opportunity for it and make that happen.
No, 100% agree with that. And also, like, if you're looking at a series like mine, just to go find my first Drary video and then tell me if you think
Oh boy.
I've always been like that, because, you know, I started off just taking screenshots with and using gacha screen the little bubbles, and then I
Yes.
slowly progressed to getting better and improving, and you can do the same.
Yes, exactly. And there's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
And one day you're gonna look back to the videos that you produced, you're gonna say that you really come a long way.
100%. I mean, it's so embarrassing looking at my old videos, but it got me to where I am. I have advice on a lot of things, but I would just say have fun.
Yeah, that's the general focus there.
That's the main focus, you know. Make
Yes.
something that you want to make. Don't put yourself down if you think that you can't produce something amazing, because, you know, we all start somewhere and you can definitely improve.
Eventually, there are gonna be bigger opportunities that are gonna be up ahead.
Oh, love's a crazy game.
Let's talk about your current project, which is literally the talk of the town, The Music Freaks. It became an instant hit. Other than having an interesting and really fun plot, it is also probably one of the first, if not the first, voice-acted series in the community. What was the general idea of making that series at first?
The general idea, it was just going to be a mini movie. It was just going to be one of my regular videos, and I didn't have any big plans for it. Honestly, the community did that for me.
Oh.
So it is what it is today because of everyone else, really. But I just wanted to make another high school story, because that's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
And use music, because I love music. Music is my number one inspiration when it comes to stories.
Yes.
It helps me get my ideas flowing. And I really wanted to use copyright music, which had singing, because I thought that it would be such a good idea to make like a little musical, because I've always loved
Ooh,
musicals.
yeah, musicals are
so
amazing.
little baby steps. I was just like, oh, okay, I'll just open the app, make these characters. Okay, it's a club, and they can have mini stories, and I'll use this song.
The songs
and-
could be a character backstory where they're gonna develop their character there, right?
Yeah. And
I
it's
see.
not something that I thought would ever become what it's become. It honestly was just going to be a very short project. If you watch my trailer, I think I say in a pinned comment, like, oh, I'll upload an episode a week 2 years later.
Oh gosh. I mean, that's literally where improvement really sets in.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of improvement, looking back at the episodes, you've really come a long way. You went from using animation poses in Gacha Life to actually using an animation program and doing everything on your own, which is a really big step up when it comes to your content. How was the experience on the process of making your videos now, especially when it comes to animating the characters?
One word, horrible. No,
Oh.
it wasn't horrible. Maybe.
Oh gosh.
When I first got into animating, it was completely new to me. I had never done it before, and from the recommendation of other YouTube friends, I just went with Moho. When I
Right.
started, it was super hard for me to learn because the learning curve is very big, but it's not impossible because, you know, I'm a pretty average learner, and I believe that if you just put your mind to it, watch tutorials and practice,
Yeah.
you can 100% do what I do, because if you just watch any of my first animations, I'm not great, but
I mean, no, it's
you've got to
pretty
start
good for a
somewhere.
starter. It actually is really good, you know?
Thanks.
I mean, when it comes to learning in general, regardless of what skill it is, it's really up to you, and you just have to put your mind into it. So if it's animation, just watch tutorials, experiment a bit, possibly even break the program. But, you know, just...
Oh, 100%. That would happen every day, and that was the worst part.
Oh,
Even at making
gosh.
episode 5, the first animated episode, episode is constant crashes. I lost an entire scene.
Oh my
I had a breakdown or two.
That's the worst feeling ever. I mean, I experienced that as well when it comes to animating a Memories Recipe episode 2. I lost 2 scenes. And like, oh my gosh. It's really
I
painful.
feel that because the exact same thing happened to me, and it's the worst feeling ever.
Oh, definitely.
Having spent so much time, and it's all just gone in the bin. It was a bad time. But another thing I want to add is that it 100% got better. Animation got so much easier for me, even though it's a more time-consuming process because I've improved in terms of like how I animate, and it takes a little bit longer, but it's so much easier, and I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when it comes to learning a specific program, after some time you're eventually going to get used to it, and sometimes you wouldn't even rely on tutorials anymore. It's just really just up to you.
Exactly. Tutorials you can use as the first stepping stones.
Yep.
And then after that, it's really down on you to experiment. You know, a lot of problems that I face is my own figuring it out for myself because there's not a lot of resources for me with Moho, but it's the best because if you can teach yourself, then you can master it, basically.
Yes, that's right. Experience is the best teacher.
Exactly.
Going to episode 9, I think you released it a month ago, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't really checked, but I think it's a month ago. How did you feel about the people who were watching in the premiere? Because from what I remember, not only in this episode, but also in the previous episodes, there were like 15,000 people in the premiere. Maybe it even exceeded to 15,000. Has that ever sunk into you to know that this many people are watching this episode at this very moment?
Oh, absolutely not. I don't look at numbers at all. It's terrifying for me. It's not like I don't know. Like I obviously see the number, but it's not something I process, to be honest. Like, it's not believable to me, you know? Like, maybe that's just me being in some sort of denial, but because it's such a big number, it's not something you can imagine, because then you think about that amount of people in a room, and then it might sink in, and then you might be like, oh, Jesus Christ, like...
You're just in total shock. I may be speaking on behalf of any creator who premieres episodes or a mini-movie or stuff. It's something that you really wouldn't imagine. I mean, knowing that you were there in the premiere of AMR episode 2, well, I was in total shock.
I had to. A little birdie told me I was cameoing. I had to give you support.
Oh my gosh. I mean, a part of me was very happy that you were there, but a part of me was also panicking, so I didn't know what to do. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is what every creator would feel when it comes to premiering something, and
100%. I think every YouTuber gets it. Before the premiere, it's so bad for me in terms of thinking like, oh god, are they gonna hate it? Oh god, what if they don't like this? What if they don't like that? It's something that I still do now, even though I've done this 9 times now. It doesn't get better for me, but in the end, I watched the premiere and it makes me feel so much better to see the comments, people loving it and giving
the
compliments
positive feedback.
Yeah, that, as well as, you know, the reactions. They're so great. You know, when episode 9 hit, I was so, it was so great. I enjoy it.
Oh, at the end of episode 9, everybody was just like, no, why did you do this? Oh my gosh, why? Juffering is real.
Maybe I'm a bit of a sadist, but yeah.
Oh gosh, but that makes it interesting, really. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The reactions make it worth it.
Oh, totally
100%.
worth it. Well, we're really excited to see the finale of The Music Freaks. I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing. While we're waiting for the episode, though, would you want to perhaps share some things that we could possibly look forward to? Or would you want to keep it a secret for now?
You might hear a familiar voice that's in this call. You know who I'm talking about?
I wasn't expecting that you would say that, but... oh, gosh.
I mean, you can keep it on the down low if you want, but I'm just saying.
I mean, the cat's out of the bag now anyway.
For episode 10, I usually love sending this to people as like, because they always say like, this episode was awful, it can't get worse. And I'm always like, you got a big storm coming. Well, we'll see. I'm not going to say anything too much. There's definitely going to be more drama. It's still going to be a bit spicy, hopefully.
It's the last episode, and how is it still spicy?
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Oh gosh, I'm pretty sure all of us cannot wait as well. And we're really excited for that. Okay, we're down to the last question, and I'm pretty sure most people are probably wondering about this one thing. It can't be helped that some fans are a bit saddened that TMF is going to come to an end. So, will there ever be I don't want to say season, since making one season would probably take so long again. And I'm pretty sure you have more projects in mind that you wanted to release on your channel. But will there ever be like follow-up episodes, a sequel, maybe an aftermath for TMF?
I would say that TMF content will continue, whether it's a new series or not, season or not. That's something that I won't be saying, but it's either that, maybe a new gacha series, who knows? I know, but
You know for sure.
but in terms of the music freaks, there's definitely something I cannot let go of, and I do still plan to do a spin-off episode.
Right.
Some people might remember from episode 3, which was a long time ago, so you probably don't.
This will refresh your memory.
So that will be based on the little garden boy that Millie might be crushing on. Maybe other memes, maybe other short stories that I have planned. But yeah, you can definitely see faces around from the Music Freaks.
I'm pretty sure fans are really happy to hear that, because the Music Freaks was really a great series, and I think that's something that the community can't really let go of, because I think the Music Freaks is one of the reasons why the gacha community is what it is right now, since you've inspired a lot of people to make their own series, mini-movies, voice-acted, and animated. Myself included, you're one of the people that I really look up to the most, so on behalf of the gacha community, I just want to say thank you
You're
for
making
doing
me
your
blush.
content.
Stop.
Come on, you deserve it. We're really proud of you for how far you've come, and we're really excited to see your future content, and we'll be supporting you.
I'm just glad
Yes.
people enjoy my silly videos. That's all I care about.
Aw. Well, thank you so much, Rosie, for taking the time to do this
No
interview with me. I really, really
problemo.
appreciate it. I've always wanted to do interviews to GachaTubers, but I'm just really, really shy to, ask people about
I'm
it.
glad you asked.
But again, I'm really happy that you agreed to sit down and talk with me when it comes to your content and the production of TMF. So thank you.
Yeah, you said that you look up to me, but like I honestly also look up to you because you make a really amazing content. Like watching AMR, I was like
my gosh.
watching the second episode during the premiere, I was so impressed. Like even though the first episode was great, you really improved and you make really good stuff. Like you're definitely one of the positive
gosh.
contributors to the community that lots of people look up
Now
to.
you're making me blush. Oh my gosh. Well, that will be the end of this interview. Thank you so much again, Rosie. Do you have anything else to say before we end it right here?
Keep calm and keep supporting Jake's suffering. That's all I gotta say.
Oh gosh. If you guys haven't yet, I'm pretty sure you already did though, but make sure to subscribe to Rosie and check out her content. She's really amazing. Best of luck in animating the episode
Subscribe
and
to
keep being amazing.
Siege.
Oh.
Watch AMR.
Oh my gosh.